Good morning, everybody. It is definitely morning. Hello, those of you in chat. Thank you, Aria Sales, for redeeming first. Hello, Plu. Good evening, Gita and chat. It is definitely morning here. It is 10 a.m. on a Friday. I hope you're all having a lovely Friday. This is our practice stream. As in, I'm not practicing streaming. I'm still terrible at streaming. It's 7 p.m. on a Friday for me. Well, time zones. So we're going to be doing some practice today. We are going to be focusing on a piece called Rhapsody in Blue. We're going to get warmed up with a piece that we were practicing the other week called Ami from the piano opera series. Excuse all this snivelling. Morning, all morning key points. Moon. Morning, Human 2.0. I'm incapable of language today. It is also very warm. So I'm going to turn my air conditioning unit up a little bit. I say air conditioning unit, it is a fan. It is a fan that has a little like misting function that is very, very nice. It's blowing directly onto it right now. Oh, because British summers suck. Right. I've not touched this piece in about 2 weeks. In fact, the last time I touched this piece was on this stream. So let's see where we're at. Human 2.0 says we're playing Rhapsody in Blue in our concert on Sunday. Excellent piece. It is an excellent piece. The piano solo arrangement that I have of it cuts out a few sections, including the organ grinder section, which I quite like. But it does make it a very realistically playable. Thank you very much for the claps, Blue Sonic. A very realistically playable solo piano piece. Realistically playable is kind of a stretch. It is very, very difficult. I would love to clean this and get this to a place where I can play it as a sort of concert feature, but it's the kind of thing where at some point in my life I would love to play the actual thing with an orchestra as well, which admittedly that's probably easier than this particular version of it as well. So we're going to get straight in with it. I'm just going to have a bash through start to finish, and then we're going to clean up some sections in particular. I know there's a section in the beginning that I need to work on. Nice, I didn't know there was a solo version, but I'm not surprised. There's a couple of different solo versions. This is the famous one. And it's not. It is written quite well as far as like orchestral reductions go, but again, like you'll see towards the end that it gets a little bit mad. But yeah, this is what it sounds like. Actually, before I continue, I'm just going to fiddle with my settings. I want a bit more volume in my ears. All right, here we go. My main problem with this as a member of the orchestra is not getting into the piano cadenzas and forgetting to come back into yes. Honestly, I've had that problem before. I remember doing Shostakovich 2 with Kiel University Orchestra and forgetting to come back in on the strings because I was too busy listening to the piano parts. And it is great. All right, this page is nasty. That bit's easy. Drink break. It's a long piece. We're about halfway in. Not that I'm playing it particularly fluently. octave too many. Oops. Hello, M47723. Thank you very much for the follow. We're doing a practice stream today. Come chill out. There's fun commands in the description if you want to have a play about and stuff. If you desperately want a request, you can redeem it with channel points or subscriptions. But yeah, nice to meet you. Hi. I really like this bit. M477, we are not doing requests without point redeems today, so feel free to save up some points if you like to save up for that request, but there's absolutely a song that we can do if you save up the points. So that's the easy part. That is the easy part of this piece. Those 23 pages are the easy part of this piece. I'll have a go at this next section, but it's going to be a lot of stopping and starting, I think. This bit's not going to happen. Seeing the music just highlights how hard it really is. Soloists to make it sound so effortless by constant time that you don't appreciate the difficulty properly. You are absolutely correct, Human 2.0. If anything on the piano sounds easy, chances are it's probably not. I can't play this bit. Veal is never get to see the pianist's hands either. You're doing great. Thank you. Thank you. That we are 40 minutes into stream, and that is a bash through of this piece. 31 pages, and I'd say of those 31 pages, I can probably pay maybe like 4 of them correctly. So the question is, do we start from the beginning or do we start from the end? And I think we start from the end, because the end has all the fun bits, right? Well, I thought there was a command. There is a clap command. I don't know why it's not working. Has the bot gone down? Hang on. Yeah, I think the bot's just gone down. I think it's just having a moment. Sad times. No applause for me. We're going to start from the end. We're going to start from the last page. And we're going to clean the last page, and then we're going to work backwards from there. Because all of the hardest things, all of the bit that needs the most practice is the back end of this piece. The rest of it, there's hard bits, but like it's all doable. Well, you have the sentiment. Thank you. Bot is tired. I completely agree. Filthy Casual Exile. Speaking of which, hello, welcome. We're doing some practice on Rhapsody in Blue today. I want to start from this ending molto allargando and see if we can't clean that ridiculous rapido run right there. Hello, P1. How am I? I'm good, thank you. It's very, very hot today. So I've got the curtains closed, I've got my air conditioning on, and we're just doing some practice on Rhapsody in Blue, which is, it's a lot of fun. It's a really, really good piece. I think it's great. We have our coffee. We have zero chill, as usual. Good morning, friend. Good morning, friend. And we're just going to carry on. I actually have a decidedly light weekend as far as gigs go. We have Chonkysaurus tonight down at O'Neill's. This weather is stressing me out. Me too, friend. So we have Chonkysaurus tonight at O'Neill's, but actually over this weekend I've turned down gigs in favour of a reunion of my a cappella group, which I am getting a lot of messages about right now. But it's all good. I'm going to BST Festival in a couple of days. It's going to be so hot. Yes, take sun cream with you and take your skimpiest clothing and look after yourself and have fun. So I'm going to be spending my weekend doing some organised nerd singing over in Oxford with my old group, which is going to be, it's a lot of fun. I have not prepped any of the music I'm supposed to know. We're doing a little reunion concert and I'm in more pieces than I'm not, which is a bad thing, and it's my own fault for being in that group for so many years. But we'll get there. So, yes. Right. Let's clean this run. It's hard. It's really hard. Trying to get all rhythmically in a line. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There's a note missing, that's why. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1. I'm gonna go late to avoid most of the sun. I don't have a golden circle, so no point getting there early to see randos. Yeah, fair enough, P1. But also, you never know. Maybe someone on early might be someone that you end up falling in love with their music. It could be a new addition to your music tastes. You never know. That's pretty ridiculous as well. I'm very lucky to have quite large hands, so a lot of the tenths in this, like that one and this one, they're written as spread, but the only reason they're written as spread is because people don't tend to be able to play them as a solid chord like that. So I'm going to be making some choices throughout as to whether or not I spread them or play them as chords. That's true, but 12 hours of standing ain't it. You know what, P1? That I can get on board with. 12 hours of standing ain't it. How fast is that, really? As fast as the left hand can go. That's how fast that is, I think. Let's go back some more. That felt good. Oh, it's cool. It's a cool piece. I love this piece. Let's do that again. See if I can do it without looking. Yeah, I think the trick is not to smash the bottom ones as hard. Like that. Ah, it's nuts! It's nuts! Why is it that hard? Yeah, that's right. The right hand still has to be right, though. The right hand still has to be correct for this to work. Missed! I'm getting cocky. Let's go back some more. That's different. These are different, and I don't think I've ever noticed that. That's also different to what I thought it was. We can go back. Okay, I think the 6 bars before this is the first bit going backwards where I don't think I've ever been able to play this. So let's see if we can just actually get this right hands separate. Don't overthink it. Don't ask me what's going on harmonically here, because it's a lot and it moves very fast and I don't want to sit here and analyse it, not on stream. the more eagle-eyed of you can probably see that in some of these chords, I'm hitting 2 notes at once with the thumb. That's just because I can, and I find it easier than doing this. Because that's an awful, awful stretch. So I just use those 4 fingers, and I let this one go. Because I'm a monster. This feels more attainable than it did 10 minutes ago, I'll tell you that. There's an ad break incoming. I'll do my usual spiel when we get there. That's not right. I love that. Whatever. Close. Close. Hope no one's trying to relax to this stream. All right, there is an ad break about to start. If you are not subscribed to the stream, you're about to see up to 3 minutes of ads. Don't worry, none of the music is going to happen while you're gone. Watching the ad supports the channel, means that other people don't have to watch ads when they come in and watch for the first time, and you can use the opportunity to have a bio break, to go get some water, to open your curtains and gaze at the glorious sunshine outside. With protection, please. Always use protection. And we'll see you in about 3 minutes. Those of you that are subscribed, hey, how you doing? I hope you're good. I'm just vibing and doing my practice stream, but you have been very quiet today, and that is absolutely fine. It is lovely to have you here. I can see you all. I get a list of names of people that are sort of like sat and lurking, so I know you're there, and it's lovely to see you. It's not entirely accurate all of the time, but hey, it's still nice to see you. Oh. So this weekend, I've got my reunion concert with it's 25 years of this a cappella group, founded in the year 2000. Yeah, don't raw dog the sun. And I was in and out of that a cappella group doing sort of like varying degrees of being a member or like helping out with stuff for the period of like 2010 to almost 20. This is good listening as I work, brackets swear at a computer. I see what you're doing. But yeah, it's a good time. We're just meeting up for welcome drinks tonight to catch up. Then I'm going to come back to London and do a gig. And then on no sleep, I'm going to go and do a bunch of rehearsals of pieces that I haven't sung in about anywhere between 5 and 15 years, and sing with my friends, because I like singing with my friends. And that concert is open to the public in Oxford Town Hall. I think it starts at like 3 till 5. Then we're all going for dinner as alumni together, and then we'll go home. And then I believe there's like exit drinks in the morning for those who've like sort of flown in and stuff. People have come back, flown over from different parts of the world to come to reunion and things. I'm very lucky in that Oxford is only a stone's throw away from me here in London. But yeah, it should be a really fun time. I'm very excited. There's at least one out of the blue alumnus in my Twitch audience as well, who will be joining me. I won't dox them. And it will be very, very nice to see them as well, because I love hanging out with them. But yeah, there's a lot of people that I won't have seen in a very, very long time that I'm very much looking forward to see. They used to be a huge, huge part of my life, and we haven't sort of stayed in touch that well, so it would be nice to reconnect. There's a bunch of other people who've gone on to be professional musicians, including and again, I'm not going to dox anyone. There's one of the guys who used to be the musical director. 2 of them actually are running around in London directing theatre stuff. And again, if I don't want to dox them, I can't name the shows, but some of the shows are West End shows, which is really cool. One of the guys, I guess this is technically doxable, but it's also really cool and he would want to brag about it. One of the guys was the rehearsal pianist for Wicked, the film. So he was on set playing for Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. There's all sorts of guys who've been involved in arranging things behind the scenes and doing other things. Yeah, it's really cool. But I'm just here running around London, dicking around with my guitar, and that's my life, and I love it. And the ad break is over, so let's get back to some practice, shall we? Here we go. Pedals being weird. I just learned this bit. Oh, I just learned it and now I've forgotten how to play it. Why? Why? What are you doing? Stay in line. We just did the last 2 pages from memory, which is part of the end what we're doing. So if anyone was wondering that the stream had frozen, no, I was just trying to do it from memory. And I reckon we could do the last 4 pages from memory if we really tried. That was the hard bit. Not at that speed. Not at that speed. That's the last 4 pages from memory. It's a 31 page document. That's like 1 in every 8 pages is from memory. That's a start. This bitch, though. This bitch. Oh. This is going to take a while. I know we're supposed to be working backwards, but these 6 lines form a section that I cannot play. So we're going to do this section of 6. And this might be the entirety of the rest of the stream, because it's probably the hardest bit in the entire fucking piece. That bit, I told my dad I wouldn't swear. From 24 here through 27, this is definitely like... In the original piece, it's a full-on, like... It's a full like piano cadenza sort of like thing, and then the orchestra comes in under it, and the bit that we're playing now is when the orchestra comes in under the piano doing that at the same time. So it's supposed to be in sort of an analogy of that, which means it's got to be really fast as well. Except it needs to be about like 4 times faster. Piano expansion, not reduction. Yeah. Actually, yeah, it actually is. It's supposed to be... If we can get even close to that speed... supposed to be somewhere close to that, and my goodness, it is cool. It's very cool when it's right, though. Incremental. On to the easy bit. Also just realised piano's been on bright mode this entire time as well. Oh, now I'm used to it though. Oh, it hurt my brain. It's hurt my brain. Help. Help. Ah, I need head pats. Ah, no, too fast. I gotta head into work, friend. Have a good rest of the stream. Goodbye, Filthy Casual XL. Hello, Yeet Greet. Lovely to have you here. We are doing a practice stream. If you have any requests, you can feel free to redeem them with channel points. Also, the bot that's supposed to be doing the timed message is not doing the timed message. It usually says the thing. All of my bots are like doing a thing today. Maybe I'll just put this in the stream description instead. Maybe we'll just do that. Maybe it'll go there. Does that work? I feel like that's how that works. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Yeah, we're practicing. Like, requests are technically open. They're expensive because, like, I need to get practice done as well. So if you really, really want your request, you can have your requests. But if not, then don't worry about it. But it's lovely to have you here, Yeet Greet. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely morning or lunchtime where you are as well. Right, let's carry on. We had it. We had it for a moment. We had it for a moment. You can hear what it's going to sound like, though. And now you know it's really cool. It's hard. It's hard, chat. That gliss is really cool. That gliss is really cool. If you haven't sort of caught sight of this, it is a white note gliss with one hand, while the other hand smashes the C sharps to make it sound like a different kind of run than just a white note gliss, which puts it in the same key as what we're doing. I don't know. I just think that's really cool. It's hard. We need to start practicing the landing as well. If I can get those 3 chords in on the end, that's the landing. Landing. It's just such a jump. It's just such a jump. Bang. Like, which hand is going where here? So that hand goes. That's what's happening. Bang, bang, bang. In semiquavers. And at speed, that's going to be tick-a-doon. Stupid. I love this stupid piece. Almost. That left hand has to travel so far. Thankfully the jump is to the black notes, which means I can be a little less accurate about it, but I still have to land it. The gremlin energy is here today in force. Okay. Progress. I can do it, chat. I believe. We can do it. We could definitely do it. Help. Where does it go? Where does it go? Sometimes you just gotta ride it on. Yeah, that's right. We're getting there. We're getting there. I need to take 5, chat, and we are quite away from a ad break. So I will be back in a minute. I will leave you in the very, very capable hands of the chair command. Feel free to use it, !chair, and I will be right back. And we're back. And I will remember to change the curtain back this time. Okay. Right. I've had a little break. How much of the last half an hour have I just forgotten? Let's find out. I blanked. So apparently a third of it. I just like, for those of you watching at home, I need people to appreciate that that last bit that I just played that I made look very easy. That's not easy. That is not easy there. Because it's all on the white notes, there's like no frame of reference under your hand for like where to put your fingers. So you have to just sort of hold your fingers in place and do the work with your arms, which is not how you should be playing the piano in general. It's stupid! This whole piece is stupid and I love it. This section is actually like getting there in a way that feels extremely gratifying right now. I don't know what it sounds like at home, but like I'm having the best time. good thing is that because I can now do the section from memory, we now have whatever page we're on, page 26 through 31 from memory. It's progress. It's tangible progress, which is quite nice. It's quite nice. I missed! Felt good. There's mistakes in there, sure, but like the general shape of it is coming together and it's starting to sound like it's supposed to sound, and that's cool. It's a cool piece. I'm having a weird one today, chat. Okay. That first one doesn't actually follow the same pattern as the rest of them. And without wanting to get too much in the weeds about it, that's the thing that's really throwing me right now. It's okay. I can do it. I can do it. That wasn't right. What we're doing? I need to stop focusing this section a second. I need to move back a section. I need to take a break from this section and come back to it. We're going to move back a section. I don't know why, but these next 12 bars are much, much harder to me than the rest of it, and I don't know why. That's not good practice. Let's not do that. brain's tired. The right hand does a really hard job here. Like if I were to split the octaves out here. That. Getting those chords to land fast and accurately is actually a really, really hard job. And with the hand at this angle as well, it's bad. Maybe I just need to adjust my posture. It's not perfect. We're getting there. We're getting there. Can't play the piano. It's a hard piece. I know it's a hard piece. I know I've got to cut myself some slack. So, I'm going to have a little ad break. If you're not subscribed, you're about to see up to 3 minutes of ads. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. I'm not going to play the piano while you're gone. We'll see you when you get back. Go get some water, take your meds, have a bio break, open the curtains, open the window. It's a gorgeous day here in London. We'll see you shortly. Those of you that are subscribed, hey! How you doing? You still hanging in there with me, chat? Or are you just sort of vibing, doing your own thing at home? That's all good too. It is a delightfully sweaty day here today. Ooh. Blah. This is a really, really fun piece to do. And obviously, like, certain parts of it are harder than other parts of it. I'm a big fan of this piece, especially this section from like bar 20, what I like to call the ice skating bit. If you've ever seen Fantasia 2000, they did an animation to to Rhapsody in Blue in the style of, I can't remember the name, but a very, very famous illustrator. And it's great because they had a little like George Gershwin cameo in there as well. Just starting lunch. I hadn't thought about lunch. Human 2.0, what is lunch today? I wanna know. Because I ate too much food yesterday and I need to not eat as much food as I did yesterday today. Because that's called a balanced diet. This ice skating bit is actually fine. I really like this bit, so I've played that a lot before in the past. And then the bit before it, those cadenzas aren't an issue either. That section before it is fiddly, but not impossible. I'd say actually the biggest challenge there is those jumps, because they're not. I think landing on the thumb is the way to do it. Is that right? Probably not. That's it. Anyway, we'll get to that. Chicken casserole, absolutely not hot weather food, but tasty. Okay. Controversially, hot weather food. What is hot weather food? It's salads and picnic food. You can't eat that every day. You can't. And some days you gotta have your noodle soups and your dumplings and your stews and your pies and your autumny, wintry dishes, because we live in a society where we have access to those things all the time, all year round, and we like variety. Oh, hi. Hello, Paginator. Lovely to have you in. We are bashing through one of your favourite pieces today. We're trying to clean it up because it's a piece that I've kind of touched on many times over the years, but never actually sat down and properly practiced. Only ever just played the bits that I can play. So we're gonna jump back to the sections that we were working on, and we'll see where we're at. A stretch, the obligatory stretch. Everybody stretch. Oh no, this t-shirt shows off my belly when I stretch. No, not the belly. No, leave my belly alone. No. Oh, I like this t-shirt. It makes me happy. So freezing cold where we are. Plu, I would trade in a heartbeat for the southern hemisphere right now. My goodness. Okay. Right, let's do this again. 24 to the end. Bah! This is the section we're working on now, and it's hard. You must have a belly like Natsu from Fairy Tail. I remember Fairy Tail. I don't remember... This is going to be a very weird, very weird Google search. Okay, there are a lot of different images here, and they're making me uncomfortable. So I'm not gonna continue that search. I'm out of coffee. At least it's not a Snorlax belly. At least it's not a Snorlax belly, which you can see poking into frame just down here. Poor Snorlax getting fat shamed on stream. Right hand gets tired. felt good. Forgotten this section. Shoot! Where are we? This many pages. Ha! Missed! No, we practiced that. There we go. Is the mirroring frozen again, or can I just not read music anymore? No, I'm trying to do things from memory, that's why. So if the pages don't turn, you can see that I'm not, the iPad is here. Like, I'm just touching the top of it here, just out of frame. So if you see me, if the pages aren't turning, and my fingers, my eyes are on my fingers, it's because I'm trying to do it from memory, because a lot of this, it does require a little bit of what. Put it this way, this is not a piece I would ever like to try blindfolded. The gentle glow lighting on your hand was very nice. What, here, like that. You can see my iPad lighting against my hand as it moves forwards. Anyway, let's move back a bit more. I want to get more of this piece done. Hello, MateSpace. Good morning. It's actually afternoon now. We are 12:15 here in London, in sunny, very warm London. Lovely to see you. I haven't heard this tune for a long time. Sounds familiar. It's called Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. Originally written for piano and orchestra. This is a solo piano arrangement. I don't actually know the name of the arranger specifically for this one. It might have even been Gershwin. I don't know. I would have to do some Googling on that one. Yeah, I don't know on that one. But we are working through the harder parts of this piece, trying to clean it up, because it's a piece that I've sort of touched on many, many times over the years and never in my life actually bothered getting to a performance standard. And that's what we're trying to do today. I remember hearing it in those old school movies. Yes, it's a very famous piece of music. And the best feature of it was in Fantasia 2000, when they did a full like Pulp Fiction style animation to it, in the style of a very famous New York cartoonist whose name escapes me. And it's wonderful, and if you've never seen it, please go and watch Fantasia 2000. It is incredible. There's some amazing music in there. There's some fantastic celebrities, including Penn and Teller and Steve Martin and Angela Lansbury and all these wonderful people introducing the pieces. And they pick some very, very good repertoire, including Shostakovich too, which is another one of my favorites. But yes, I've never seen the notation of play the bass whack before you then use your left hand for other simultaneous notes before. Really? Yeah, this is a way of writing it. And I don't know. There's a little bit, if we zoom in here, you can see there's like kind of two different ways of writing it. There's the... And I think that one is very much you play it before the beat and land on the big notes, that little small one here. But then following it, we have these big sort of bars. Sorry, volume warning. I've seen it in choral music. Yeah, it's quite often in organ, piano reductions of organ music, because normally with an organ you have foot pedals to do these bass notes. So, like, you would play those with the right hand and your foot pedals would be going on the bottom all at the same time. And I think the difference is when you have the little cross note, don't quote me on this, when you have the little cross note, it's very much like, it's like spring off it into the thing, make it more of a sort of musical feature of intention. The organ gets three staves, yeah. When you have the bar, to me the bar says, play these as close to simultaneous as you possibly can. And there's a certain amount of musical leeway with that, but I think the intention is like, if you had three hands, this is how you would play it. So find a way to do that. Does that make sense? That's at least how I interpret it. It could also be like that, but that doesn't make sense to me, because like that's all one figure to me. The melody in 3 octaves with the chord notes in the middle. So you got But yeah, I love just giving those bass notes just a little bit of space. So rather than going like, what is it? So rather than whacking into it like that, I love just giving the, like that little bit of impact and space to those bottom notes. But this is where we get into musical interpretation rather than like what's specifically written on the page, right? Yeah, thanks for like talking about that, Paj. It's a really interesting topic to touch on. Hey, the bot is working again. I've just realized we had a problem with the bot not working before. Right, let's move back a bit more. Yeah, let's go back to here, page 16. We're about halfway back at this point. We're not going to get through this entire piece, because why would we? And then we get to the bit I can't do. And we actually have a doubled note in here, which is what makes this a little bit harder. Who's badgering me? Oh, you're fine. So literally those 8 bars, I think, are the only 8 bars in this section that I can't do. I'll do the next bit. Ah, he says. There we go. And then we're back to there. There must be a way to finger this that doesn't result in me twisting my wrist like this the entire time. And I think it's just, I need to work my 4th finger just a bit harder, because I'd normally use my 3rd finger for this. I'm not even playing the right chord. Oops. Well, this was a lot easier. Sneaky one in there. Well, I am just making my own life hard here. We got out of sync there. So we have this sort of polyrhythm thing going on where the left hand is going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the right hand is going ba 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and back a dun 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 dicka dicka da. So it's keeping that 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 over the 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. And so when it comes back after 4 bars and repeats that melody, the left hand is actually offset by a quaver because of the way the maths works out. And it's just getting that into your head. Also, yeah, like practice tip at home. You don't have to be playing your instrument to practice. Like just trying to coordinate the hands rhythmically like that with snaps or like with tapping and things like that. Da 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 da. So sometimes can help when you take the notes away from it and just focus on the, like a different dimension of it, the rhythm in this case. But yes, that's what we're doing. Am I playing that right? No, I'm not. There we go. Now I can't play it. Someone's messaging me again. Okay. Where were we? When does it change? Cool. Okay. Keep missing. I keep missing. It's hard. It's really hard. Can't you love that pedal cam function? I'm out of drink. We've got half an hour left on the stream, so I think I'm going to clean this section, get this ready, and then we'll go from the top and just see where we're at with the rest of the piece. I know there's bits of this that I can't play as well as the rest of them, but we'll see what we've got. Because getting through half this piece like this, I mean, we haven't. I love feet. What can I say? Paginator. We're not perfectly clean on this entire piece, but it's a 31-page piece. It's a 20-minute piece. So, and I'm aware that I don't want to go past the 3-hour mark today because I have other music to learn. I've got a double bass gig next week that I'm not ready for. So I need to do some double bass practice because it's been a while. Which I thought about doing on stream, and I was like, you don't want that. You don't want that. I'm not double bass Rex. I'm guitar Rex. You barely want piano. Okay. Right. That way. Not bad. We can do better. One of those is wrong. What? It does it the same again. I don't know. I don't think there is value in that one being different. I think there is value in this one being different because it forms an echo of the one above it. But I don't think there is value in that one being different. And it's copied and pasted the second time and it feels stupid. I'm not hearing the musical value of it. Why that wasn't a mistake before. Why has this started happening? Don't like that. Don't like that. This is also a lot easier to play if it's not like played at full frickin' force. Let's clean this. Changes after that, okay. Right hand doesn't want to move. Okay, chat, I think we're going to go from the top. I think, actually, maybe we'll go from there and... No, let's go from the top. Let's go from the top and see what state this piece is. Oh my god, some of these pages. Let's see what state this piece is in now. And then, if anybody has someone that they would like me to specifically raid to, I'm open to suggestions today. But otherwise, I will just pick someone who looks fun. Alrighty. We got this. And by we, I mean you guys just sit there and spam emotes and support. And I'm gonna that went well. I'm just gonna play the piano. Here we go. record, my pedal is broken now, so we're gonna muddle the way through the piece as best we can. Thank you very much for the follow, Chibi Twinkle. We're just practicing. Paginator squeeing in the chat there. No idea which bit you were squeeing. Those bass grace hits on the penultimate line were hot. Yeah. That is something that we practiced earlier in the stream. And we worked out the key was to not aim for the bottom, but to aim for the top. Because the bottom sort of does itself. Paid off, yeah. It's cool. It's like a last little sort of technical flourish in the piece. Like, I really like it, and it's so extra. This entire arrangement is so extra. Right, we are going to have to stop, though, because, like, there's no point... There comes a point of diminishing returns when it comes to practicing things, and the more I sort of hyper-focus this, the less I'm going to remember the next time I do it. However, we've made some immense progress today. I was very, very happy. Even though it was a little bit scrappy, I was very, very happy with how this section went. That bit was much better than it was when we started. So in that respect, I am very, very pleased. Right, okay. Where are we going, guys? I think we're going to go to a pianist that we haven't been to before. Maybe? Or maybe we go to a harpist, or maybe we do go to someone that we've been to before. I don't know. Let's see who's about. There's a lot of musicians online currently, which is great, but they're all different kinds of musicians, some of which are... Oh my god. Is this Piano and Bunnies? This is Piano and Bunnies. My goodness. Okay, I don't know what's going on this stream, but there is a bunny cam and there is a piano, and that is where we're going. Because bunnies. That's where we're going. So, you know how this works, guys. There is the raid message. If anyone would like to partake in the raid, you get channel points for doing so, which you can then redeem for other things later, including spicy hydrates and live learns and all sorts of things. So please do grab the raid message, have it copied and pasted in the chat, or I mean, just shout bunnies when you get there. You do what you want. It has been a really, really lovely stream, everybody. Thank you so much for being with me during this practice stream. I will see you again on Sunday for Electric Lounge for a little bit more of Rhythm Doctor. Rhythm Doctor is it's a rhythm game with some of the most incredibly inventive sort of like gameplay. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. But we're gonna go raid some bunnies. Because why not? Bye, Plu. Thanks you for sticking with us for the entire stream. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for being here. And I will see you all Sunday. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye.